being a Diddy sex slave, and they were like just giving them comfort. You know, you put your hand on somebody's shoulder. You know what I mean? They were on a radio, like a TV/radio show, and they were providing, manly support. You know what I mean? When you tap him on the back, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. But he was crying. Like, where's he at? I mean, he's already, his story is already public. Why isn't he a part of the
Did you believe him?
Huh?
Did you believe him?
Yeah, I did. I mean, yeah, I did. Because I felt like, men don't usually come out and say, stuff like that has happened to him. And he wasn't even fully saying what happened. I mean, he said some things, but like he didn't go into detail. He broke down before saying much else.
That's my.
Oh, he's like he looked like he was easily over 35.
Oh, okay. Was he a kid when it happened though, or no?
No, he was. No, you could tell he wasn't a child. No, he wasn't a child. But I don't know. I mean, because I mean, none of the Cowboys for Angels, who did this work, they don't seem traumatized. But maybe it's because they're like, look, this was my job. You know what I mean? I got paid. This dude, he doesn't seem like he was a part of like a company, that provides services.
J-Lo never testified, right?
Yeah, no, J-Lo's like, I ain't holding my ass.
Everybody would have been talking about that if she did.
You feel me? So it's like everybody's surgically selected. All of us involved. Everybody. So it's just screened performative to protect celebrities.
So the question is, what would she be? Let me two questions. One, what would she have been able to testify to? And then two, whatever she would have been able to testify to, considering the relationship, I think would have been outside of statute of limitations period. So she wouldn't have been able to provide anything that would be useful, I think. And I think the defense would have been like, yo, like, who the fuck is she? Like, why the hell is she even testifying to things that took place decades ago?
Yeah, it has to be within the 10-year period.
Exactly.
That is true. Because I didn't know about that requirement, and that is deep. Diddy is like, listen, Diddy, he's not going. I mean, we already know he don't care. But if he gets like these lesser charges, he really needs to kind of count his blessings and try to move on, because he has already been given so much grace in his life. But I don't even think that he sees it that way.
I just want to let you know, if he's
the gun
found not
charges,
guilty, he will be right, and he'll be doing a free court tomorrow morning.
The gun charges itself, right? Didn't they find a bunch of like unmarked guns in both of his houses, like with the serial number scratched off?
Yeah.
They found all that stuff in both of his houses. And he didn't. They weren't able to charge him with that, or they threw it out, or whatever else.
Yeah. This is
yeah, I don't believe this shit.
You don't believe what, Water? What's your latest conspiracy theory?
I just don't believe they give a fuck. I believe, listen, he's the whipping boy for even mentioning bringing up a black party, and yeah, they're gonna show you. We're not gonna hang you. We're not gonna say what you did like us, because we did it too. But we're gonna slap you on the wrist for speaking out of turn, sir.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I can see that. I don't know. I mean, I feel like the same way. Well, I shouldn't say the same way, because I ain't know these mob bosses. But generally speaking, the way that mob bosses, they murder people, they've done all type of stuff, but they go down for tax evasion, I'm fine with it. I don't care what Diddy goes down for, because he's already done so much stuff to so many people. I mean, come on, God, you got to come through. Or maybe it's not even this case. Maybe maybe he gets something small. So I mean, I keep hearing that maybe he will, because remember R. Kelly, didn't he have a couple of cases in 2 different cities?
Yeah, he's New York and Chicago.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that maybe they're like, it's okay, we got something for your ass in Miami. Did he? I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't even following, but I feel like I have to now. But
I think he's gonna have to flee the country after this. If he makes it out alive.
listen, if Diddy gets acquitted, he gonna be gone.
He's wild.
He is leaving the country. With Russell Simmons, Russell Simmons, absolutely. Because he's thinking like, damn, Russ, why didn't you take me with you?
Oh,
Russ is like, I tried to.
He had so many opportunities and he didn't take none of them. So
but he tried last minute to go overseas, right? Remember, he was leaving.
True.
But they were able to get him.
But he had many opportunities.
Was that verified? I know he was in a plane. I think they brought it down, but did they verify that he was on his way overseas?
That part I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know.
I mean, that would have been such a stupid move.
But look, Russell got away with it. I mean,
well, Russell did it, I think, before. And correct me if I'm wrong, please, anybody. I think he did it before there was ever even like actual. I mean, have there ever been like state charges or any kind of criminal charges brought against Russell?
There were
no
charges.
No.
Yeah, they did. So like, I mean, the kind of hot water that puts an attorney in when your client, like, if you're really, I'm just imagining this. I've never experienced it before, but if your client, and I don't do criminals, so I probably wouldn't experience it. But if your client, you can imagine, like, if your client all of a sudden, like, can't be found, escapes, and it's like, yo, like, where the fuck, you can imagine, like, a federal judge be like, yo, where the fuck is he? And why don't you know where he is? Like, you just don't want to deal with that headache as an attorney. It would just be so ugly. So you're instructing your client, like, please do not leave the fucking country. Right. Whenever you do not leave the fucking country, please.
I get you, Black Freedom, but here is Diddy's window.
He was leaving when they ran up inside his house. You forgot?
So this is what I would say. Like, this is Diddy's window because this man, he's so arrogant. See, he didn't think. Okay, so first of all, none of us knew that Cassie sent him her notes, like her book, whatever she wrote when she was in therapy, and was like, hey Sean, I know we're not together, but could you please read this, because I just really want you to know what I went through with you. I really want you to understand. Right? He's like, fuck you, Cassie, I ain't reading shit. Okay, so from that moment, and then she comes with the lawsuit, and he's like, oh shit, let me settle this within 24 hours, right? From the moment that Tony Busby said, hey everybody, I'm opening a hotline for any of you who are, have complaints and so on. So now you're Diddy, you know what you did. You know what you have done in your life. So even if you thought you might pile up civil lawsuits like you have, because he has 80, you know at least half of the shit that you have done is criminal. And just to be on the general safe side, you should have gotten your ass up and out and to Bali with Russell Simmons before there were ever any charges filed. That's his arrogance that I'm talking about.
That's what.
Because there was some time. It didn't happen in days and hours.
That's right. That, and your client can ultimately